everyone, Madison here and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can see by the title, a long awaited one, I'll be talking about my lifeguarding NPLQ stuff, and I'll be going through section 1, which I forgot what it covers. It covers the lifeguard, swimming pool and supervision. And there's 3 elements. Element 1, the lifeguarding law. Element 2, swimming pool hazards and control measures. And element 3, swimming pool and supervision. Let's get into it. So, beforehand, you will get these manuals when you take your NPLQ. I think I explained that in one of my previous videos, and yeah, this basically, I don't know if you can see, but that's the contents alone. And it just basically goes, that's for section 1, all 3 elements. So, I'll make this as short as possible. I'll only read out a few points from each section. So basically, it goes on, and basically on a couple of pages, it explains the role of a lifeguard. Actually, I might not just go through section 1 today. I might go through all of it and explain what this book's about. And then I'm explaining what this book's about. This manual's about today. And then I'll do it some other week. I don't know what other week it would be. We'll just have to wait and see. So keep viewing my videos. The higher views I get, the more chance I'll do this. Jokes, I'll do it anyway. So I went through section 1. So section 1, element 1 is the lifeguarding law. So that one just explains like the laws and regulations about being a lifeguard, what it takes to be a lifeguard. It goes through different acts. It goes through the signs and signals. It goes through uniform, working as a team, maintaining the standards, customer care, methods of customer care, it just basically goes through the basics of it. So when you do take your NPLQ, you will be asked to like go to the side of the pool for a session. Mine was about 15 minutes, and we had to write down on like an assessment thingy. It's like one of this. Yes, I know it's smudged. I'm left-handed and I smudge it. And it's like a assessment thingy. So obviously it's a sample poolside orientation sheet. That's what it is. I couldn't even be bothered to look at the title. So it's a bit. It's like so what type of session is it? The date, the time, the zone. The zone as in like, I'm going based off the pool I used. So is it shallow, deep, or like middle section? or anything. Then it says write down and draw the alarm points in the zone. So as the swim I done it for was the whole pool, I would write down all of the alarms. What depths and gradients are in the zone? I just wrote down the shallow end and the deepest end. So our shallow end is 0.9 meters and the deep end was 2 meters. So like that. Then you go through like hazards, so on and so forth. You go through risk assessments, pool safety operating procedures, and which is PSOP for short. Other policies and procedures. And then so at the end of each section, at the end of each element, you have a revision part, which is normally, mine was 13 questions in section 1, element 1. Element 2, swimming pool hazard and control measures. So that goes through the types of swimming pools, details of the pool, leisure pools, diving pools. You go through more risk assessments, traditional and competition pools, outdoor pools and lidos, and then you get hazard categories. So I'm making this up very long. So I'll just show you the camera instead. You get columns like that, and this column, premises and utilities, tasks and activities, and people. I forgot what that meant. Until I find out, I will tell you. Then you would get potential risk factors, then in a sort of like table. Same with system of work, operational systems, opening and closing checks. You would then get common features, hazards in all pools and environment. So basically, I'll read up water depth. So swimming pool hazard, deep or shallow water and pool slopes. Control measures. For the lifeguard, it would be ensure non-swimmers stay within their standing depth or standing depth of supervised parent or adult. And basically, weak and non-swimmers can have a measure by reading the sign and knowing where their depths are. So it's like that for gutters, handrails, floor surfaces, glare and reflection, drain covers, lane ropes, and all that. Goes through common pool side equipment, so that's starting blocks and backstroke flags, pool steps, lane ropes, disabled hoist, movable floors, booms, and waves. And then again it goes through water flumes and slides, river rides, rapids and similar features, diving boards and platforms, and basically it goes through a lot. And then it explains about the higher risk swimmers, the weak or vulnerable, different medications, swimmers under the influence. By that I mean if swimmers appear to be drunk or under the influence of drugs or other medication. And throughout the manual, you'll get a case study based on real life events. And I know we got a couple. So, and then it just goes through. So if you've ever been to a swimming pool, you would see a list of rules on a board at the end of the pool. And either end, I think, in the swimming pool I go to, it's either end, and it goes through it says like no ducking or pushing, no play fighting, or no running, no gymnastics or acrobats, no bombing, and stuff like that. This manual basically goes through all of them. And yeah. It also goes through inflatables, mats, and other floating equipment, canoes, sub-aqua sessions, lane swimming. This section goes through what goes through, and then you need to do a risk assessment. So if you my topic was setting up for swimming lessons, and then I have to write down one hazard of setting up for swimming lessons, then the control measure by a lifeguard. Then I would have to write down cleaning the changing rooms and poolside windows, hazard by control measures by a lifeguard, then taking down the inflatable, hazard control measure by lifeguard, checking flumes prior to opening, task hazard, control measure. Then revision section again. I got 13, but they were like really short. And then we move on to element 3, which is swimming pool supervision. So basically that goes through maintaining supervision on poolside through supervision, observation and intervention, early intervention and accident prevention. Oh my god, mouthful. And it's a 10 to 20 scanning system. So as a lifeguard, you scan a zone for 10 seconds, and the furthest incident you can reach is within 20 seconds away from you. Well, to reach an incident in the furthest part of the zone within 20 seconds. So basically 10 seconds scan, knowing that you've got 20 seconds to get to an incident if it's happening. Therefore, if it's quite close to you, Then programmed and unprogrammed sessions. Lifeguarding zones. So with lifeguarding zones, because I just feel like I whizzed through all this, lifeguarding zones, basically it's the area of the pool that you are responsible for supervising when you're a lifeguard. And for instance, there could be a pillar in the way of your view. Just make sure that every so often you peek from that pillar to see what's happening. And you might have a shared zone. Therefore, I've got a photo here to show you. So that might be you. You might be sharing with someone else. Therefore, you can scan the whole pool together. So if that person doesn't see anything, then that person does, then that person can see that person, and if that person jumps in, they can easily help. And another diagram, so this person might be scanning this side, that person might be scanning this side. That's again how it works. And also, then you get to see my fantastic artist drawing thingy. Then you have to draw the pool and where the lifeguard is. Our pool is like that. Lifeguard sits here. That we only have one lifeguard on duty. And then it goes through lifeguarding zone cards, scanning, and you also get examples on how to do the scanning. Then you get a scanning practice sheet. Handy. It goes through maintaining concentration and whatnot. Then it goes through lifeguard numbers and positions. And then it goes on patrol and lifeguard. Yeah. So you get a diagram about it. It goes through high chair and the benefits of it and whatnot. Goes on visibility. And then it does explain blind spots and all this. Then it goes through maximum pool user loads. I'll let you guys read that, or I'll explain it in another video. Then you have a lifeguard and rotation. I'll give you a few seconds to look at that. So one lifeguard has to always be looking at the pool if the other lifeguard has their back turned. Some pools may also have underwater cameras as well, so they can see underwater. Then it's about the communication on poolside. And then it goes on about lifeguarding whistles, which is important. One short blast calls the attention of pool users. 2 short blasts calls the attention of another lifeguard. 3 short blasts indicates that a lifeguard is taking emergency action. 1 long blast used to indicate to pool users that the pool is about to be cleared. Then it goes on about hand signals. So you have that, which is just stop. Then you have that, look over there, okay, press the assistance alarm, first aid required, then you just hand straight up, straight arm, call for attention. Then, oh, hello. Then it goes on about details of alarm systems and emergency equipment and maintenance arrangements. Oh well. Then, you never guess what. Revision section. which was 15 questions for me. Right. Section 2 goes on intervention, rescue and emergency action plan. So again, 3 elements. Element 1 is intervention and rescue. Element 2, rescuing of a casualty with a suspected spinal injury. Element 3, emergency action plan. I'll just read through the elements and sections of section 2 and section 3, and I'll finish the video. And I find section 2 the easiest part, personally, because there isn't much to it. Like that is section 2, and that was section 1. There might not be any difference, but to me, I feel a difference. And then section 3 is cardiopulmonary. You can laugh at me all you want for that. Resuscitation, AED, and first aid. Element 1 is CPR. Element 2 is about automated external defibrillator. Element 3 is about first aid. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you have any further questions, my links will be in the description below. Hope you enjoyed. I'll read out section 2 and section 3 in my upcoming videos. And yeah. You guys know what to do anyway. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I shall catch you later. Bye!